901. 1 minute later.
We live though, baby. We live though, baby. We live.
live.
Welcome. We are back. We are back with another big time episode of Family Talk. Let's discuss it. It's your boy, the CEO. Reed.
Got Nick.
Your favorite uncle, Uncle Pudge. It's the who loves you,
Okay.
baby.
Favorite cousin, Mr. Skywalker.
Favorite cousin, Mrs. Skywalker. How y'all fellas doing this morning?
Boy, we already going into it. We getting into it.
Y'all already getting into it. All right,
Behind the
man.
scenes.
Get it.
Yeah, listen,
I love it.
We're gonna hit this intro real quick. We got some things going on today. We talking about the 6-year-old that got arrested back in 2019.
I think so.
Yeah, 2019. We're gonna hit on some history a little bit. That's what Nick talk about. We already chopping it up before the show. And top 5 comedians, ladies and gentlemen. Top 5 comedians. So when we get back, we'll check up on the family and the mental health, and we'll dig right into it. You did. You did what I'm saying. We'll be right back.
Tell them I ain't mad, baby. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Ain't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good. It's all good. Straight up, it's all
Jimmy, do you
good.
not know that dumping the ball off to your big man gets him and motivates him?
Tell them I ain't mad if they ain't know. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Ain't nobody ever take this moment from me.
I don't want no smoke over there. I heard her tell somebody out in traffic. I don't want no problem with that.
For real. I'm like, no part
I don't
of
want
that.
no problem with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back. Good morning. Some people filed in when the intro was pulling up on us. So let's get it real quick before we jump into it. Everybody, that mental health check. I'll go ahead and start us out.
Just messy.
Jody.
Just messy.
I'm finna block Jody for the black user right there.
Before we get into mental health, shout out to our brothers. Jody Skywalker was blocked. Shout out to our brothers Nate. What up, Nate? Nate just actually commented in the comments. What up?
What's
What up, Nate?
happening?
Shout out to Jim. Shout out to Jimbo, Chef Jimbo.
Shout out Lucretia.
Oh yeah, shout out to Lucretia. Boy, I gotta get used to saying Cree name, man. Shout out to Cree as well. So let's get into it. Mental health check. I'm out of 10 today, fellas.
What's up, CJ?
Your brother woke up on this side of the earth, ain't pushing up daisies, and I feel great today. So Nick, man, where you at? What you said?
How you unblock, man? I don't know how to unblock him now.
How you gonna block that man and you don't know how to unblock him?
It's all funny games so somebody don't know what they're doing.
Where you at, Nick?
Man, I'm at a 10. I'm good today. I'm good. I woke up on the good side of the bed. So, Uncle Pudge, where you at?
Man, I'm a 9. I'm tired. But
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, nah.
But hey, man, I'm kind of excited for what is that? 11 o'clock? Get to watch the Elimination Chamber. Yeah.
WWE in the house.
Yes.
Coach, hey, where you at?
I'm 10, man. I'm 10. Yeah.
10.
It's been awesome. Been very, very busy.
Awesome. That's good. That's what's up. If y'all need y'all taxes done, y'all go hit up Rapid Returns real quick. Jody, hey, you can't hold a good one down, huh, Jody?
You can't hold a real one down.
I was on a 10 until I got blocked by somebody.
On accident.
Jody said he got an 8 now.
I'm at an 8. Yeah, I'm at an 8 because Coach A blocked me.
All right, Kevin Durant.
Hey, get off my pay. Don't worry about. Watch your mouth on my burner account.
Oh, you got burner accounts. Well, let's dig into it. Let's dive right into it, fellas. We know Coach got to get going pretty soon. He got business to take care of. But
the show must go on, man. Y'all got it.
Yeah, man, we got it. We finna hold it down. See ya, man. Let's get into it.
We got a banner to play, don't we?
Oh yeah, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. They don't know. That ain't the one I want. That ain't the one I want. Where is that? I can't find it. But it's news with Coach A. Coach,
yeah,
here you go. Y'all know what time it is.
Yes, news with the coach. So listen, I've been super busy, but the only news I have.
You didn't say your line, Coach. You ain't say your line.
Oh yeah, if you standing up, sit your butt down, because the coach is news for you.
There you go. Don't forget him, Coach. Don't forget him.
Yeah.
So he ain't got nothing for day. He ain't got nothing.
One news I got is this awesome Family Talk Let's Discuss It podcast has been taken off. If you haven't liked, subscribed to the channel, YouTube, or tuned in, make sure you do so. We got a lot of stuff going on. We got outreach coming up in March. We want everybody to be there that can make it. So definitely tune in for that. And, drop a line. Let us know you can make it. It's going to be on Monday. I think it's like the 6th or the 7th, that first Monday in March. Yeah. So just letting people know. Other than that, you're busy. This has been brought to you by Rapid Returns Tax Service, 18 years in the business. If you doing your own taxes, you might be messing yourself up. That's just the facts. You really don't, and this is serious talk, you really don't understand how the events and stuff that you do in your life affect your taxes. Like if you're doing Instacart, if you're doing Uber, if you're trying to sell paparazzi jewelry, if you're doing eyelashes, all these things can be leveraged in your tax return to help you get more of your money back. But you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know how to do that because you haven't talked to a professional. That's your boy. That's it.
That's it, man. Hey, Coach, we appreciate that, Coach. Hey, before we dig into it, the piggyback on what Coach said, man, y'all like and subscribe to the page, man. We appreciate all the love. Y'all drop them emojis, them heart emojis to pick up this algorithm.
And when we say drop the emojis, we talking about go to the bottom of the screen. You see where it says share at, go ahead and swipe over, and you got a whole bunch of emojis right there. We're trying to get those emojis up.
Let's get them emojis up, man. Let's get it up. So let's dig into it, CM.
So we got a video for this? We're not allowed to play the video?
No, we're not gonna play the video. They're gonna be trying to take us down, bro.
But it came from a family member, CJ.
Yeah,
so we're gonna talk about it, CJ.
Yeah, CJ, you gave us a good hot idea last week, so we finna talk about it this week. Let's get it, CM.
All right. So, what was it? 2020, 2019? Was it 19?
2019. Yeah.
2019. 6-year-old girl arrested and handcuffed for acting out in school. She was hitting on the principal. She was hitting on the assistant principal.
Yeah.
And she was arrested, and they used zip ties. And they said the only reason why they used zip ties is because they didn't have handcuffs small enough. Handcuffed and basically put a 6-year-old in the back of a cop car. What are you guys' thoughts about that?
Man.
Morning, Vivi.
Good morning, Vivi. What's good with you? Hope your morning's going fantastic. Well, my thing is, I always look at the parents. You know what I'm saying? I always look at the parents and how they handle their children, and how they handle behavioral problems at home. That's what I always look at, and I always hold parents accountable for stuff like that. Now, should kids be held accountable for their actions? Absolutely. I completely agree with that. The young lady that was hitting on the teacher and this, and that, and another shouldn't have been hitting on the teacher. And then they arrested her. Now, was calling for being arrested, that's a little bit far. And it's somewhere in Florida, too. I forgot the city of Florida. Orlando, okay, it was in Orlando, Florida. A little bit far arresting a little girl, putting a little girl in handcuffs. But disciplinary actions as far as and I don't know how people discipline their children. Only got how I only got how I discipline mine. But I jacked mines up, so just let everybody know I jacked my children up, and they better not ever have the audacity to do something like that. But can y'all still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm having
you jacking one up right now?
Nah. I'm having some camera issues, but I think the arrest part is a little bit unnecessary. Putting the child in hand or zip ties or whatever. But also the child can't be at school hitting on the children. I feel like something got to happen to the parent. I know the parent didn't do it, but that the parent has to be led in those situations when it comes to children's behavior problems. And so y'all tell me if I'm wrong. When children have behavioral problems, it can stem from a multitude of things. What's going on at home, what they're seeing on TV, what they're experiencing, I don't know, on the playground. I don't know. Y'all help me out a little bit. Like, should the parent be held accountable for something like this, or should just that child be held accountable? Like I said, the child shouldn't have been at school hitting on the assistant principal. That's by far she shouldn't have been doing that. You know what I'm saying? But somehow, some way, that child felt like it was okay to put her hands on an adult. So do you have the thought of mind of that's what she's doing at home too?
No.
You don't think so?
I think the child is acting out because they can't act out at home.
No, she is.
I mean, that's just a lack of home training. Like, because when I was going to school, I don't care what that teacher said, what that teacher did, and we all know Miss Aragon wasn't nobody's favorite teacher.
Name drop.
I knew this. I better not ever disrespect that woman. I better not ever say nothing crazy. She can say whatever she wants. If you know what, I just knew, like, if I ever disrespected the teacher, what was coming when I got home. And so that was just me knowing, like, no matter what going on in school, like, you got to have a certain, like, level, to, like, what you doing. And so that kid doesn't have that. These kids flip out because these parents don't care. My parents was always, I got your back when you right, but don't be acting up and acting out when, what I'm saying, you in school, because if you wrong, then I'm on your ass. So I think that's one of the ones where, like, the kid is like, the parents got the kid back, and always like the teacher just messing with their kid or whatever. So I think that's just lack of home training, and in the school not knowing how to deal with the issue at hand. You know what I'm saying? It's like the kids,
especially these days,
you gotta learn how to defuse that and deal with that situation. You can't just like put a kid in handcuffs. Like, you had to call the resource officer. Like, come on, bro. That's not the move.
You don't think they did all that?
Yeah, and that's what I was just about to say. That what if they did do everything they could do, and that was the last thing. They're like, we gotta get this.
But
to stop.
But watching that video, it didn't look like that was the last resort. I mean, we don't know what happened when she was hitting on the teacher, but I'm guessing she was in the principal office and she was just sitting there calm, like, and she listened to everything the police officer told her to do. So honestly, I don't think that was the last resort. But I don't think they should have put handcuffs on the girl anyway. That's just my personal opinion. Like, not on that 6-year-old. Maybe another one, but that 6-year-old was actually just sitting there listening to at least the police officer. Maybe she wasn't listening to nobody else. But, I mean, there has to be some type of consequence for that little girl's actions. Because you can't just go around just hitting on anybody you want to hit on. But like I said, I think it was just too much to put in handcuffs.
Kids will fool you, man. Just like Chris, I worked in the detention center. I got 8 years experience, 4 years here and 4 years in Georgia. And of course, when law enforcement come, they always button up. But before law enforcement comes, they acting a donkey. They kicking, hitting, screaming, doing all these things. I would think that they contacted the parents and let the parents know, like, hey, what's going on? And your child is doing like this. And if she continues, she can be arrested. And the parents were like, go ahead, will pick her up and out of jail or wherever she need to go, to kind of scare her.
Right.
I'm assuming that's what I would think should happen. Like they got permission to do that because the police don't want to just arrest kids. That's a lot of, it don't make, it's not an easy thing to do. And so I would assume that it got to the point where this is a regular occurrence. She's doing this a lot often. They're not just arresting one incident. She has to be assuming again that she's a continued problem to the point where she's kicking and hitting staff continuously or often. And so the parents probably was notified, and maybe they couldn't come up there to get her. And what you gonna hold her the whole time so she don't hurt nobody or hurt herself or stuff like that. So something has to be done at some point. When you have a kid that's being unruly, something has to be done. And just because a lot of times they straighten up when the police get there doesn't necessarily mean that they okay now. Because if this is consistent behavior, then they might have to see the next stage in order to say, hey, they serious. Or this is not good behavior. So I just have to go ahead.
No. I was just gonna hit on CJ comment when she was like she should have been held accountable, but to arrest her is a bit far. So this is how this is. I mean, to arrest her, yeah, in a sense it could be far. I watched the video, CJ. I heard the little girl cry and this, that, and other. You kind of feel a little bit, but that child need to be held accountable for what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? She got to know that ain't okay. Like if they let that slide, she in her mind she thinks that's okay to do for whenever she gets in whatever situation she was in. I don't know the situation.
Let me ask you a question, B. How old is Zay?
3.
So let's say he in preschool, he going around hitting on kids and teachers, and then they call a resource officer, put some zip ties on them. Send them down till you get there. How you gonna feel about that? It's a lot different when you put your feet in those shoes.
And it is. And like I said, I'm one of those in the moment type of people. So whatever. When I'm in the moment, that's what's gonna happen. I can't really say what I'm gonna do or what I'm gonna say. I definitely want him to be in trouble for whatever he did.
Right. And I'm not taking that from her because she should have got in trouble for hitting that teacher.
Yeah. As far as putting zip ties on them, I think just sitting here thinking about it, if I was to go to the school and they got zip ties on them, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. Like, why y'all got my child in zip ties?
But they feed you the same line. Like we couldn't calm him down. He was just too outrageous. Like you said, you have to be in that moment. But I know me, I'm gonna be like, well, y'all should have just called me and I would have been right up here.
But what if they still acting a donkey until you get there? Because
put him on the phone with me. Because you know how Ma told us if she ever had to come up there to them school, because she ever had to get off her job to come talk to us about us being bad, but we was gonna get it.
But that's where I meant. That's what I was trying to mention at the beginning of the show, is that it starts at home. You know what I'm saying? She told us that at home to make sure when we go to school, we kept that in mind. And that's
she had to come to our school one time, and that was the date.
So let me add to y'all scenario. The kid won't take the phone. They smack the phone on the ground. They kicking all the time. Right.
But like B say, is that? Oh my bad. I'm sorry to cut you off.
I'm adding to your scenario. First of all, this is a constant thing with this child. Every time they got to be directed, they start fighting and kicking people and stuff like that. Several times where you've been called up there and noticed and suspended several times. And so every time they try to get a kid the phone, they smack the phone out. They don't want to talk to the phone. They don't want to talk. They going through
my bad. Hey, Joey, that's his daddy.
You said what?
That's Jimmy Senior.
Yeah, that's Senior.
What's up, Senior? What's good with you?
That's not Junior.
Junior sleep right now. But anyway, back to what Coach is saying. Okay, so this is why I was mentioning is like this stuff got to start at home. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick made the example. When our mama, she said she bet not get a call. So if we go out there thinking we finna do something stupid, we also got in mind, okay, she bet not get a call.
Yeah, so that starts at home. Now, if that kid is acting like that at home, maybe that kid should have been put in zip ties.
Shit, my bad. What's up, pops? But yeah, maybe the kid should. That's kind of tough because I got to be in a situation.
They
That's kind
acting
of
like
tough for me
that
to
at
say.
home.
They acting like that at home, and it's being let go at home.
Whenever the evolution of behavior mental wise is something happens and it doesn't get corrected. When it doesn't get corrected, it becomes a habit. It becomes ingrained in the kid.
Exactly.
And so that's what happens. At some point, it wasn't corrected at whatever age. Could have been 2, could have been 1, could have been 3, 4. It wasn't corrected, and it grew and became an issue.
That part.
And I'm gonna bring it back to what y'all was talking about on Tuesday with kids and stuff like that. I feel like that's why older adults can't say nothing to these young kids because their parents are like, "Oh, one, you better not touch my kid. You better not say nothing to my kid." Whether your kid is doing bad or not, don't these younger parents, they don't want nobody saying nothing to their kids.
They sure don't, boy.
And that's the problem that we having, because these kids are wrong, but don't nobody want to say nothing to them. And then once they do say something to them, oh, now you gotta deal with me. I gotta deal with you because your kid is doing bad, and I said something to him. Like make it make sense.
Yeah, these young parents don't.
It makes no sense, right? But I heard somebody say something one time, and not to defend some of these parents, but she had a good point. She's like, everybody wants to discipline the kid, but don't nobody else want to do nothing for the kid. So she was like, well, with her brothers and her son, it's like they're always there for some discipline, but it's like you don't spend time with him, you don't buy nothing for him, you don't take him nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But you dare to hand out a heavy hand.
What's up, Amanda?
So
what's up, Amanda?
It's you know what I'm saying? It's just like I kind of feel that. But
and I get that, Jody, and I get that, and that's absolutely true. Some people do just want to come straight to discipline and don't want to teach and don't want to help a child evolve.
But when you hear these parents say this, why do we want to even try and say something to your kid or try and get to know your kid? Because you got it, right? But obviously you don't, because your kid is out here acting a fool.
The whole stigma of it takes a village to raise a kid is starting to fade away because of younger parents. They're starting to fade away. Don't you say nothing to my kid? No. Like when we was coming up, anybody could have said something to us and it wouldn't have offended my mother for nothing.
And we better not have said nothing back to him either.
Right. So it's just a generational change. So we know who finna close because he been sitting and he been listening. He been waiting. he been waiting. Uncle Pudge, end us out on the good note. What's your thoughts?
Okay. Now you finally getting to the educator, the person who does this for a living.
There we go.
Okay. First of all, is this kid of special needs? Well, this is just a normal way kid,
and that wouldn't explain into the video.
Because if this kid with special needs, this is a behavior that they can't control because all behaviors is a form of communication. They're trying to communicate something. Is this school properly trained in crisis intervention, which is CPI or TCI, which is something I don't know about down there in Florida, but up here in Illinois, most schools are trained in. It's for therapeutic intervention where you not get yourself out of harm's way, but the kid as well. You know, because when I hear this and I'm like, this is a 6-year-old, my mind goes to, okay, the 6-year-old hitting the assistant principal. Why is the assistant principal standing there in front of this kid that's escalating? You can take a step back up off the kid. The kid can't hit you if you back up off of him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sorry to cut you off. Another thing is we really don't know like what type of force this kid hit this teacher with. I mean, not saying that matters or not.
No, it does matter. Because I can't tell another person how they feel pain.
Right.
You know, I don't want any kid or adult hitting me. But since I do this for a living, I know it comes with a chance that it may happen. Hell, it didn't happen to me several times. Kids have bitten me. I have scars all up and down my arms from kids, from students assaulting me.
Why you ain't back up?
Dude, this is when I backed up.
Okay, you answered your own
But
question.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
But sometimes I step right in because I know I could take it. I understand this student's situation. I understand that this student was a special needs. So they're really not trying to hurt me. They're trying to communicate something. Something is not right with them in that moment. You know, like a lot of my coworkers couldn't take it. Me, I could. So I'm a different breed of cat. So I can't say everybody can do it. But once again, the principal can back up. This is a 6-year-old. You can hold a 6-year-old at arm's length. You know what I'm saying? Like back up, and try to don't even engage with the student, because how many of us, when we're mad and at that point, we can really hear somebody trying to, you know, what they have to say to try to calm us down? We probably on 10 and ain't trying to hear nothing until we calm down. Then we can hear it. You know, that's why they always say, walk away, give each other space, blah, 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 and stuff like that. So you can be calm and you can be collected. To put a handcuff on a kid, a 6-year-old, that is just ridiculous, you know, to me. Especially if the kid is of special needs. That's crazy. And I mean, I do agree with y'all when y'all say it starts at home, but that's looking at it as saying this kid knew better or is of a normal mindset. Then yes, it starts at home. You know, I've met plenty of other kids that wasn't special needs that had these, you know, just behavioral disorders.
You gave her money, Amanda?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Amanda said she gave somebody money for her son biting somebody.
Yeah.
If you don't put that money in your pocket,
She felt bad.
I don't care. I ain't give you no money.
So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You know, it's like that. And I like the way, you know, when y'all say, hey, when you say, hey, put me on the phone with them, and Coach A said, what if they slap the phone? Let me explain something to you. And this has been told to me. I don't know what's been going on.
Go ahead, tell it, Wonk.
You know, when people have problems with a kid of mine or a kid in my care, they look at them and say,
Amanda said, I sure did. I ain't tripping on you. I salute you.
I'm going to call your uncle. And they straighten right up.
Right.
They don't need to be on the phone with me because they already know if that phone rings and somebody on that other end telling me.
But that's you, though.
But that's what we talking about. If my mama, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. That's discipline. If my mama, because it started at home. Go ahead, Nick.
If my mama ever called and she said, put Nick on the phone, and I said, no, I want to take the phone, well, I knew I was going to be in trouble. I'm talking about when she got there in front of them people.
It ain't no trouble, Nick. It ain't no trouble. We almost going to die that
But that's what we can only speak from. We can only speak from us.
So then why are we talking about this other situation?
No, but we're saying it starts at home because our mother started that at home. If she told us to do something, we did it.
Right, but we want to know if there's ever a time that handcuffs is okay. That's what I'm saying. Is there ever? Obviously, there's a time where handcuffs is not okay. On a 6-year-old, yes.
On the 6-year-old, I don't think there's ever a time.
I mean, it's a very, I would say 90% of the time, no. But like, let's say that 6-year-old
10% time.
Let's say that's 10%. Okay, that 10% is extreme. Like if you want to go to the extreme, that 6-year-old is wilding out and they start trying to hurt other people. You know what I'm saying?
More like, you gotta detain them, but that's their way of
picking up stuff, picking up scissors, trying to stab somebody, throwing something at other students and teachers. Like if they get to a point where now they went from destructive to wilding out to now they're trying to hurt people, then I think that's a situation where it's like, okay, well, they trying to hurt people. So now it's or they trying to hurt themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's for the best interest for the kid.
When it becomes a safety issue,
And if it comes like a safety issue for students, the teachers, and the kid, then I think you have to use that certain type of measures. So if you got to put a 6-year-old in zip ties because they've become a danger to themselves and other students, then that's an extreme
But
case.
not other staff. It has to be other themselves and other students, but not staff.
No, staff.
Anybody.
When it's a safety issue, when it's a safety issue, then you have to ensure that kid is safe and everybody around them are safe.
And that's the protocols. That's the protocols they have in place.
Yeah. Safety issue. Then you got to use extreme measures.
At the end of all this, go ahead, Coach.
No, go ahead.
At the end of all this, they took it to Congress, I guess, and they made it so I don't know if it was just in Orlando, but I think it's the state of Florida that no kid under 6-year-old will ever be arrested again. I think they're trying to push that age up too. So
yeah, we'll leave it on that note. We can go all day on something like that, and there's different avenues we can talk about to why that rule probably should or should not be put in place. But we can go all day. Shout out to everybody hitting us up in the comments. We had CJ, Amanda, Chris, I think was up there.
Throw away the key.
Yeah,
boy. Whoa, wait a minute, hold up.
What's up?
Amanda, remember when Aiden bit me and I didn't get a dime?
See, Amanda, don't be giving people money. Not Jody want compensation for being bit by your son.
If you got compensation for everybody you got bit from, you probably be rich.
Coach, you in my Friday night business, and I don't like that.
Sometimes I wish I could bite your butt.
See ya, man. What we got next on the docket?
Well, we kind of touched on it earlier, and so like, how do you personally feel about knowing that some of the history that we celebrate and talk about today is like normally just a flat out lie? Like, we know, like, it ain't true. We know the facts, the truths, and like, we celebrate it, we still hang on to it. So how do y'all feel about knowing that some of history is a lie?
Lying is a strong word. That's a strong word.
We're also talking about it in the sense of schooling.
Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. He never touched foot on American soil. So, and we still celebrate Columbus Days. That's flat out lie, Adrian. A lie.
Yes.
So y'all pick up where y'all left off before we went live, because this was Nick was talking. Nate, what's good, my boy?
What up? I was gonna join in earlier, but we got our internet changed out, so I ain't got no internet just for on my phone. So, but I mean, y'all done switched up the topic. Now I want to talk about the little girl that got handcuffed.
Touch on it real quick.
You could have got on your phone earlier.
That's not neither here nor there.
Hey, don't reward bad behavior. Move on.
So, I mean, initially, if I had a child and the child was handcuffed, initially I'd be upset. But once I found out that my child was putting their hands on an adult, I'd look at the child and say, "You gotta sit in them cuffs until we get done." Because as an adult, if you put your hands on another adult, guess what happens?
Somebody going to jail.
Fight back. Somebody
got to
fight
go
back.
to jail. So as parents, we got to teach these kids that when you're kids, like, stuff don't always have. You get away with a lot of stuff when you're kids.
Yeah.
But you got to teach these kids when you're an adult, it don't fly like that. So the kid would have had to sit in zip ties until we got the situation done. And the reason I say all that, because I started thinking about Scared Straight. They take them kids to prison and let them kids sit in there and go through a day-to-day life as whatever and talk to them all they'll probably have that stuff fake. But they go through all that to teach them kids that, this what could happen. So personally, like I said, I'd have been upset until I found out what really happened.
I'll be right back.
And then I would have been all right with the kids sitting there in zip ties.
We appreciate that sentiment, because he's right. Yeah, we definitely appreciate that, because you got to sit there. You got to sit there until I figure out what's going on. That's something. That's all my mom. That's all my mama did too. She ain't just come there and was on one side or the other side. Let's figure out the situation, and whatever disciplinary actions need to happen.
Right.
My mom had one side. That was the belt, that light side. The dark side. That was it. It didn't matter if I was right or wrong. If she had to be called, that was a problem.
I know that's right.
Well, my mama had to be called, but it wasn't what it was. The dude lied and made up some stuff, and she knew I ain't say that, and everybody knew I ain't say that, but I still got suspended.
Yeah, Nate still got suspended, and I got called. I got called on because of Jody, all because he made a joke. But we'll talk about that later. We ain't what we talk about. We'll talk about that later. No, yeah, you gotta watch it. Yeah. It wasn't even fact we was hanging. He just said something that was extremely funny to me. So yeah, we'll talk about that in another day. Let's get to this history thing. What these teachers are putting in their curriculum and not teaching us, or are teaching us, and or let's talk about what y'all was talking about before we went live, Coach. So Coach was saying that us as people should be able to go out and learn some of this stuff for ourselves. And correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. You're stating about what it means to us as people, because Nick was sitting there saying that it means a lot that we don't know the real history, or that they lied, quote unquote, lied to us as we were growing up in school being taught some of the history. And the main subject was Christopher Columbus, and that he didn't discover North America. So, Coach, if you want to elaborate a little bit on that,
if it means, I feel like if it means that much to you, then go and research. You have the capability, right, and the resources available to go and research, to find the information that you need to know, that you want to know, to fill that whatever void that you have. But everybody gonna tell their story from their own perspective and how they want it. If like, this is my business, so I'm gonna tell you every situation that happened throughout my life in this business according for me, how I want you to know it, because it's my business. So whoever started the country or did that was telling it based on their perspective and what they want people to know, right? Is it completely true? I'm sure it's not. Is it completely false? I'm sure it's not. But we have the ability to go research. I don't think to me personally, it's not important, because it's not going to it's not going to change my environment. It's not going to create more wealth or opportunity or success. And that's what my focus is. But some people are historians. Some people are, they're into history and they want to know those things. And I think it's good to understand that. Obviously, I like to learn certain things about my ancestors and where I came from. But on my emotional scale, it's very low. It's very low when it comes to that, because I understand that between media and stuff like that people lie. So I don't put a whole bunch of stock into it.
That's just going into, like, that's what technically with anything, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Find out yourself, as far as history or politics. You got to go and look this stuff and seek this stuff out yourself. And I think what Nick's point is that if this is put in the curriculum, why isn't it being told the truth? I think that's what Nick's point is, and he can correct me if I'm wrong when he come back. Mm-hmm. But why isn't it being told the truth, and why aren't we learning the actual factual? Why we're learning exactly what happened? I think one of the things y'all brought up was did America have a name before America got a name? And that's another thing that can be researched. Jody, why are you shaking your head?
Because Americans didn't even speak English; they spoke whatever language the Indians spoke. So they didn't have a name. They probably called it the motherland or the land or a territory or something.
And that's also something you can go and research to find out yourself. I don't know if that's even taught or whatever, but that's something you can research. And then Uncle Pudge came up with the slavery thing. So elaborate that a little bit when you was talking about the slavery thing.
Okay, well, this is what I was saying, because I came across some better information, and during the conversation, because I have these conversations all the time with people who are intelligent enough to have these conversations. And it was brought to my attention that there were a lot of Native American tribes that were black. Matter of fact, there was a young lady that was on the Breakfast Club that spoke of this, and she was black, and, and I forget her tribe, an Apache or something, and she was speaking on it. She was like, there's a lot of tribes that had black people that were black, here already, here before Christopher Columbus. And Coach A was asking me, how does that affect you? Well, if that's true, then when they made treaties that they uphold now with those Native American groups, we've been cut out. The descendants of those people been cut out. The casinos that they can build, the free education that they can get, things of that nature. That's how that affects us. If you lie about our history and our past or cover it up, we're not going to say lie. We're going to say cover it up or omit, then it affects us directly. You got to think about that, because it went to, and I had another conversation, because they was like, that slavery, the story we got that we was brought to Africa from Africa, that's only part of it. They actually took Native Americans that were black from here and shipped them over to England, slaves, and then brought them back. I mean, do y'all think, just use our common sense. If y'all sit and just think about it, we understand the story of Harriet Tubman. She guided all those people through the Underground Railroads and all that. How would she if she didn't know the lay of the land already? She just didn't randomly pick a route. But she knew.
But do we know that she just didn't randomly pick a route?
I mean, think about, okay, I want you to go lead me somewhere.
If we have to think about it, that means we're speculating.
No, I'm just saying.
If we have to just think about it, it's speculation. My life is not built on speculation.
In life. Coach, can you come up here? Coach, can you come up here to Illinois? And I tell you, hey, man, without your GPS, take me to White Sox Park. Can you really lead me to White Sox Park if you don't even know what direction it is?
Yeah, but how long was she in the area? Did she just come? If I was in the area for some years, then I would have time to develop a way to get there. But no, if I just went up there right now.
Right. So that give it, what is presented to us is she was enslaved, came over, blah, blah, blah. She really wasn't there in that area. She just got there kind of. And and then boom.
The way it was presented to us. It was presented to us that she was a hero and helped.
Yeah. I'm not saying taking away from her accomplishment. What I'm saying is they would lead you to believe that she didn't know anything, that she did this just out the blue, which is heroic, I'm just saying, you get what
How would somebody lead you to believe that? That's just you coming up with that in your own understanding.
I'm saying the story, if I told you a story, you're going to draw your own conclusion from where I tell the story. If I don't tell you A, B, C, D, E, F, G factual, and I just give you a general story, you'll be like, oh, they must have did this or they must have did that. But that's just one of the things of history.
But you would have to research. Obviously, you would have to research the particulars. If you want to know how she developed her route, how did she know where to go? How did people know what house to go to that possibly get help or not get help? That calls for more research, not sit and think and speculate. It calls for actual research and facts.
I ain't say speculate.
You said sit and think.
Sit and think about it. Use your common sense. That's what I'm saying.
That's where speculation come from. You're using common sense instead of reading facts. That this is how she found out.
Use your common sense. What I'm saying is, when you sit and think about it, you be like, man, let me look this up now. Let me go further and see, because my mind is telling me something, and I want to see if I'm correct. I mean, because you
But
want
this
to be
is-
honest. Go ahead, Brandon.
I was gonna say this is Nick's point. Like when what Telly's saying, yeah, they taught us the good things that Harriet Tubman did. But this is Nick's point. Shouldn't they teach all of it?
All of it. You know,
That's Nick's point.
all of
Shouldn't
it.
they teach all of it rather than just a piece? And then now we're questioning, like we're questioning what did she really know the routes? Why we shouldn't be questioning that if they was to teach this in school the whole way
Exactly.
around.
Give you
And
the
I know,
whole picture.
and I
But
know,
they have schools. You have to go to that school. Certain schools don't have the time within the certain curricular to teach all of it.
Why? Why?
Right,
not?
right.
If you teaching history, that's a part of history. You gotta have time for all history. If you saying we're gonna teach history and the history of this country, then we need to include all history, which is a big thing that's raging right now about Black history. Like for me, myself personally, isn't Black history American history? I mean, just seriously, why got to be separated? Why do we get a month, only a month to talk about Black history, and not only a month, but the shortest month on the calendar, by the way, to talk about Black history, which is a part of American history. Coach, I would mess your head up, man, if I told you about, and I hit you with this, Coach, you might cut me off. But what if
you could never?
I'm just
you
saying.
could never mess my head
what
up.
I'm just saying,
Never.
what if we had a discussion and I drop knowledge on you, say, and this might, hey, now listen when I tell y'all gotta listen. That all the stories we learned
Chris, they got 45 minutes a day
about Jesus was not accurate. What if I told you that was not accurate? I didn't say he didn't do divine things. I didn't say that. I said, but was not accurate.
Right. You know what I would tell you?
Guy like you or me.
You know what I would tell you? That is you probably right. It's not. That's what I'm telling you. People are going to tell everything according to them. My emotions and my mind is not stuck on people. People is right in these things. People is always wrong.
But you asked, what difference does it make, though? I'm just saying, what difference? You said, what difference does it make?
Telly, let me tell you why these things happen. These things happen when people sit and think and add their own 2 cents. That's where it goes wrong. Instead of getting the facts and saying these are the written facts of what the person was thinking, what they said, and what they was doing. But no, people sit and think and be like, you know what? This don't make sense. This is what probably happened. Yeah, this sounds right. This is probably what happened.
Hey, let me cut y'all real quick. Hey, I think the audience missed when the 2 OGs in the group go back and forth about stuff. We missed that. We missed the 2 OGs going back and forth with each other.
OGs.
We missed that. But y'all go ahead. But
this the part of the barbecue be like, they go on there again.
They go up. There they go. Here they go.
They love
I got a question though.
They can't stand each other. Go ahead, Nate.
Like, how? For me, I never liked history, so I'm not gonna question something I really don't want to get into.
That's what Coach saying.
But you're teaching me this false information, so I'm gonna retain this false information enough to pass the test, then to get out the class. No, but this real talk. All right, I'm gonna finish my statement. Somebody banging at my window.
All right.
It ain't the cops, is it?
Nah.
Tell them they on Family Talk.
So they gonna like and subscribe. But now Nate make a point. We retain this information to pass a test to get out of school. And this is but this is also Nick's point. The information that we're retaining and we're trying to have educated conversations with people. And it's not all of the information that we are supposed to have.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I had kids, I'm gonna have my kids question these teachers. I talking about they gonna stir some things up.
Hey,
I'm having to stir some things.
the internet back up.
All right, bro.
All right.
I'm gonna have my kids stir some things up. And if I was in the same county as my niece and nephews, I seen them on the daily, I tell them, ask your teacher this, ask your teacher that. I'm talking about I'm gonna have teachers on pause. Because you're gonna teach.
But why though? They didn't write the book.
But they teaching it.
Yes, that's because the school tell them they have to.
So since the school telling y'all gotta teach it, I'm gonna come with my niece and nephews and kid and have them ask y'all some questions. Some hard questions that you need the answer to.
You gonna make sure they doing their job. That's what they
do. Diligent.
they doing their job. That's all they talking about.
Yeah,
but Nick,
that teacher might not from first period to fifth period, she might teach everything she need to teach right. But when my kid come in sixth period, you gonna get straight. That's all she gonna teach.
Only thing I would tell your kid that there's other books out there that can give you the information that you're looking for. And so
I'm gonna help them find it.
And that's it. And we move on.
I'm gonna help them find it. No, I ain't gonna have them looking for themselves.
And then I let them know this. And then I let them know this. If you don't put these right answers on this test, you will fail the class. I don't care what your parents tell you. I don't care what your parents is teaching you, what they want you to do. If you don't put A, B, or C on this test, according to these books that I have to teach you, you will fail the class. You'll be the smartest one, but you had the lowest grade point average.
Once my kid come and tell me that, I'm gonna tell them, you know what? Make sure you got them answers your teacher put on that test, but still come correct with what you gotta ask your teacher. Put her on the spot or put him on the spot.
Perfect.
It ain't nothing wrong.
You gonna be on ice every day.
It ain't nothing wrong with questioning. It ain't nothing.
Yeah, you gonna be on ice every day with my kid. My kid gonna come correct. And if I'm gonna tell him, even give him an ultimatum. I'm gonna tell my kid, you tell him, hey, I'll stop if you give me an A. The teacher gonna say no. You be on ice every day.
You can't tell your kid to give your teacher.
You gonna be on ice every day.
I'll stop if you give me an A, Nick.
So what you
teaching on ice every day?
You teaching your kid that he's in charge of the class, not the teacher.
No, I'm teaching my kid to make sure he come with the correct information.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. But if the teacher don't have that, if it's not part of the curriculum, then
she or he need to do their history too. How you teaching something that you don't know it?
All right, man.
Because the next thing is we're gonna have a parent-teacher conference,
and then they're gonna be on ice with me. Yeah,
they only required to know what's in the book. That's all the requirement. What's in the book?
Well, they need to step their game up.
They've talked about changing the history books too. Now they talked about changing.
Make sure what, Coach?
I was gonna say, make sure you showing up at all the conferences where they decide what to teach the kids, the curriculum and all that stuff. Make sure you're there.
If I ain't gotta work, I'll be there.
Anyways,
we gonna be there as family talk. I ain't coming by myself.
He said it's gonna be there as family talk. I ain't coming by myself. Hey, Jody, man.
What's up, my guy?
Hey, I'm out of here, man.
All right,
Nick
Coach.
already got me stumped now. I'm out of here.
All right, Coach. I'll let you, man.
Later.
Jody, man, we're gonna wrap it up, but you're shaking your head a lot. You got anything to add on before we wrap that up?
You know what? Nick inspired me to be a teacher so I can get his kid in my class. Imagine like who your history teacher? They were like, Mr. Stokes, just shake your head. Yeah, we about to learn some stuff today.
Oh yeah.
Today.
Oh,
they're gonna be sitting there with their books on the table. You don't need that. You don't need that.
You don't need that.
You don't need that at all. Oh, listen, what y'all can do, I'm gonna have all my kids break out them cell phones. Go ahead and like, subscribe to Family Talk. That's it.
That's the first thing on the curriculum, right?
That's the first thing on the curriculum.
Once you do that, you at least pass it with a C.
Once you out here with a C. You will see if you can give me 5 topics from Tuesday and Saturday. You looking at a C+ right there.
Let's move on, man. We got something a little fun for y'all, man. Let's move on to our next one.
So we got our top 5 favorite comedians.
Favorite.
So we're gonna do 2 categories, right? Because I know we tried to do this with the top 5 rappers, and we had to, we're gonna do 2 categories, and that's it. That's just 2. We got your top 5 stand up and your top 5 in movies.
Oh man, that's gonna be tough.
Yes.
At least I kind of intertwined them with both.
I didn't intertwine it with both because some of my ones in movies I just think they suck at stand up, and some of the ones that I love in stand up aren't really great at movies. So I separated the 2. So you got your top 5 in movies, and you got your top 5 and stand up.
Freestyle Junior say you was coming with facts, Uncle Pudge.
Brother, that's all I do come with.
That's all he do. Hey, Freestyle Junior, if you know something about Uncle Pudge, Mr. Who Loves Your Baby, he come with the facts.
I don't know if you like and subscribe, but go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And we appreciate you commenting too, Freestyle Junior, man. You keep pulling up on us. Anytime you can jump on the show and
every Saturday,
every Tuesday for Real Talk Tuesday, and we got Impact, and we got Final Round Boxing Podcast, and we got some other things in the works. You can pull up anytime you want to Freestyle Junior and to anybody that would love to speak their opinion. Let's go.
Well, I think I'm at the go off the top with some of these because I had, like I said, I threw all 5 from both sides, but I'll make something happen.
Got to do better. You knew this subject was coming.
Nah, but like I said, I thought we was just gonna do 5 of all time, mixing both.
Because I'm giving you options. You ain't gotta label you ain't gotta like subject somebody who's good at stand up and crappy at movies. Because like, if I had to give my number 5 in movies, right, I would say Kevin Hart in movies is my number 5. Now his stand ups are all right, but his movies. When he in movies, I think he hella funny in movies.
Well, let's get it. Let's run the lists. Who want to go first? Let's run.
Let's see him go first.
Unless you
want to go last.
No. I go. I give you my number 5. Like I said,
hey, before we start, everybody that's watching, y'all drop some names in the comments. Who y'all favorite stand-up comedians? Who y'all favorite comedians in movies? That's what we talking about. Comedians. Let's laugh a little bit.
So my favorite 5 with Kevin Hart would be number 5.
This your movie or your stand-up?
My movie.
Okay.
Kevin Hart would be number 5, and my number 5 in movies. My number 4 would be. Who would be number 4?
Oh, you ain't write this down. I thought you had it all together.
I ain't write it down. You know what? But I got it. My number 4, right? My number 4 besides her one serious movie, bro, Monique. Monique will be my number 4 in movies because Monique play a movie in a comedy role. She's so funny to me.
She was funny in Soul Plane.
She was funny as hell in Soul Plane. So number 4 would be Monique. Number 3 in movies would have to be.
Hey,
Nate, you ain't mute yourself.
Stop.
Nate, you didn't mute yourself.
Oh, I thought I did.
They got that getting on his dog.
Hey, guess what though? Get ready for fatherhood.
You see it?
Fatherhood, brother.
Hey.
One word.
Hey, I seen this meme. It tells 80% of being a good dad is yelling, hey.
Come on, let's finish it up, Jody.
Now you see where he at though, right?
Yeah, he had number 3.
I'm talking about Bentley.
Oh, Bentley.
See you laying down, right?
You over there laying down, yeah.
See,
my bad. Go ahead.
Number 3?
Boy, I thought I muted it.
Yeah. You. Hey, he yelled. Hey, he made me stop. Like,
he made a song stop. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, who? Somebody in trouble. See, number 3.
Jody out here thinking, y'all. He don't know. Some of y'all drop some more. I got Chris. Jody thinking. I got Chris.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, yeah. Bill Murray.
I love his movies. His like comedy movies. Bill Murray is like a classic for me.
Yeah, Bill Murray's a good one.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my top for acting.
Well, while you thinking about that, Chris put up his stand up. We got Chappelle, Owens, Cole.
Who was Cole?
Richard Pryor. Oh, Deion Cole. Okay, I know you're talking about Deion Cole. And Eddie Murphy.
I mean, it's we asking you for your favorite top 5 stand-up comedians and comedians in movies.
Okay, Vivi said Martin in movies. Martin in movies is pretty funny.
So I'm gonna go ahead and run down my movie list. So I got Dave Chappelle. He was funny in Blue Street, and this ain't in no particular order. Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, then the last two. What was the one that I had for stand up?
Better than that. Come on.
Nah, because was you here for the conversation?
No, but I'm saying we talking about comedians. Who you with?
We talking about in movies and in
stand up.
So you
Bernie
got
Mac
top 5.
said, I want a steak the size of your back.
Was that stand up? No, that was a movie.
Yeah.
So,
but what Jordy was saying was all comedians in stand up aren't good in movies, and all good comedians in movies aren't good at stand up.
Right.
So give me your top 5
in movies.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence, Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy. What's
his name?
Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is funny in movies. I don't know about stand up, but he's funny in movies.
That's what I say. He my number 5 for movies.
And last, I'll probably say Dave Chappelle.
I said that, yeah. I said Dave Chappelle. I didn't put Bernie Mac up there.
Yeah, Bernie Mac in life. Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Trouble.
Yeah, trouble.
Trouble.
So give me your top 5 stand up.
Top 5 stand up.
I'll probably take the same list. Take Kevin Hart out, and I probably throw Richard Pryor in there.
So you saying
Dave Chappelle, Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and Martin Lawrence. No, I wouldn't put Martin Lawrence in there because I ain't really see him do stand up.
He's pretty funny in stand up.
He's pretty funny in stand up.
I ain't got no fifth spot there.
Okay, then let me hit y'all with my movie ones. I got Kevin Hart, number 5. I got Mike Epps, number 4.
Yeah, Mike Epps good.
I got Cat Williams, number 3. I got Kevin Hart, number 2. And y'all ready for this next one? Chris Tucker, number 1.
Yeah, Chris Tucker gotta get on my list.
Chris Tucker, on my list. Y'all can't forget about Chris. And Chris Tucker did stand up too. I couldn't put him in my stand up, but Chris Tucker did stand up too. But Chris Tucker got to go. All the Chris Tucker movies, you're laughing.
Classics.
You're laughing. They made classics, all straight up classics. So
I was watching Money Talk the other night.
I'm telling you now.
Hey man, I'm outside. No,
ain't no down.
Talking about that we met Baby Brad, shot Baby Brad McCarthy Park.
Who shot Baby Brad?
At McCarthy Park, he made dumb mother. So now talking about movies all day.
Yeah, but
what's your 5 top movie comedians?
5 top movie comedians.
Wow. Man,
we're gonna get to the comments in a second.
Let me see. Movie comedians. Definitely Bernie Mac. Yeah. All his movies had me dying, man. And plus he from the south side of Chicago. So just like me, gotta represent. Chris Tucker, another one. Definitely funny guy. Eddie Murphy, all his movies. I grew up watching his movies.
I got a lot of his movies in the room. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Freestyle Junior got some nice ones though. My bad, but Freestyle Junior got some nice ones.
We're gonna get to the comments. We're gonna get to them.
And then
my bad.
Dane Cook. I don't know if y'all up on Dane Cook. He that dude is hilarious. Very fun. Never heard of Dane Cook. Man, you better watch him. The man is a comedic genius. And the fifth, you know what? Richard Pryor. I like his movies as well.
Yeah, Richard Pryor. We can't forget that all-star lineup in Harlem Nights.
What?
Yeah.
Don't talk to this guy about him.
No, we can't forget that all-star lineup in
I
Hollywood.
watch Harlem Nights.
Huh?
I watch Harlem Nights.
What was that old school movie you said you didn't watch then?
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Oh, okay.
Boomerang.
Yeah,
I ain't
that's
seen
an Eddie Murphy
Boomerang.
classic.
Hey,
Love
Nick, you forgot your boy,
Who that?
David Allen Greer.
Man,
David
David Allen Greer was funny. I wouldn't put it up in top 5, but he definitely top 10.
He top 10. David Allen Greer is hilarious.
Yeah, he is hilarious.
So I got
Especially in Jumanji.
Right.
I got my
stand up.
top 5. I got my top 5 stand up.
Who want to go first?
Let's hear this. Let's hear this.
I got my top 5 stand up. My number 5, right? I know this might be a little weird, but that's my boy, and I love watching his movies. Is Gabriel Iglesias. I think that he is funny.
Fluffy
is funny.
Fluffy is funny.
Fluffy is funny as shit.
He's funny.
That's stand up.
Yeah.
Stand
Okay,
up.
okay.
That's stand up. My top 5 stand up.
That Joker is funny.
Number 4 for me would be Bernie Mac. Right?
Okay.
Bernie Mac had me dying. Number 3 would be my boy Robin Harris. R.I.P. to my boy Robin Harris. His baby kid special was one of the I had that CD and it was one of the funniest CDs I ever had.
That's a nice one, Jody. I like that.
Number 2 would have to be my boy Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was just an all-time classic. My number 1, I got to give it to the OG Richard Pryor. Because Richard Pryor would tell stories, and you would be listening to this. Like I said, I was like 12 when I heard the story about the wino and Dracula, and when I tell you, I died laughing. I think I got in trouble at least twice trying to tell those jokes in school.
Lucky you ain't get zip tied.
For real,
right?
For real, Nick, man, what's your top stand up?
Oh
top
man.
5.
I was telling you earlier. I got Richard Pryor. He number 1, just because I remember driving back and forth to Ocala. Mom had a cassette tape. Yeah, we used to listen. Richard Pryor is that type of comedian. Like you don't even need to see him. Like if you can hear him, he'll have you in tears.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like Kevin Hart, because if you can't see Kevin Hart,
you're not laughing. Yeah,
but
it's his facial expressions and how he looks is what makes it funny.
Right. Bruce is up there.
Bruce
is now 2 through 5 is just all over the place. Bruce is up there. Brandon, what's the other dude that name?
You said Bernie.
No, I'm talking about the big dude.
Lavelle
Crawford.
Yeah.
He's still funny to this day.
He's still funny to this day.
Bruce is funny to this day because I went to a comedy show with Bruce, and he made a joke, and like I guess a lot of people don't laugh, and he was like, "Y'all ain't laughing?" He told us, "All right, I trip over this cord and fall in this front row. It'll be a tragedy for everybody." I holler.
Yeah, Bruce that
guy. Who else did I have?
I don't remember the last one you said. Hey, shout out to that one white guy though. What's that one white guy that date the black girl? What's that one white guy?
He's funny too.
Gary Owens
funny.
He's hilarious.
Gary Owens is amazing.
Who is Patrice O'Neal?
Are you looking in the comments, Nick?
Yeah, the comments.
I'm gonna get to the comments. I was trying to get through us first, then we was gonna ride through the comments. But you need one more, Nick. We need one more.
I throw Eddie up there.
Eddie Murphy. All right.
Yeah, because he both on both sides of the field.
Yeah, he can do dabbles in both. Nate, man, top 5 stand up.
I already did it. I left one out. I couldn't decide.
Yeah, he did
my
both.
last one.
Oh, you did do. My bad. Uncle Pudge, top 5 stand up.
Stand up. It's hard, but because there's so many greats, but
it's so many of them.
Red Fox. If you ain't never seen Red Fox, man, that dude will have you dying.
Fred Sanford, for some of y'all that don't know.
Yeah. Richard Pryor, of course. Chris Tucker. I seen Chris Tucker when he first came out doing stand-up. He had us dying. Bernie Mac stand-up was hilarious. You know, It's so many. Eddie Griffin, that dude is hilarious.
Oh, Eddie
doing
Griffin.
Yeah.
stand up. And once again, man, Dane Cook. If you never seen Dane Cook, his stand up be having me Olin. And for honorable mention, Jeff Dunham. I love the puppets, man. The puppets be having me
I can't get with Jeff Dunham.
What? You can't get
That's the white guy, right?
You
Yeah.
get Akbar, the dead terrorist puppet.
Man, my wife would be in here crying listening to that stuff. I'd be like, "What's so funny?"
Bro, it be so funny because he be talking with, but it's how he have a conversation. It's like he have a conversation with him.
Nick don't be laughing because he a real comedian.
Yeah, hey, Walter, it's funny. Yeah,
What's up,
D.L. Hughley is one of my top.
Yeah,
like,
D.L.
But
What
see,
I had in mind.
D.L. got
Go
me
ahead.
with the crowd interaction. I ain't
All right,
never
I'ma
seen
look-
nobody
I'ma
go into a crowd and roast the crowd like he do.
Yeah.
Like D.L. Hughley
Yeah.
go into a crowd and roast the crowd.
Yeah. So I mean, let me hit my top 5 stand up, and then we're gonna check out the comment section. It's a whole bunch of the comments. So I had Bruce, and this is no particular order neither. I had Bruce, Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac, Richard Pryor, and Cat Williams. Man, when Cat Williams first came out, that brother was hilarious. He was very hilarious in his stand-ups. I think he got more funnier in movies to me than he did later on in his career. But I had to put Cat Williams up there because when he first came out, everybody was on Cat Williams. I mean, I think I was telling y'all last week that dude was before his time. You know, had he come out when Kevin Hart came out, Cat Williams, you wouldn't know who Kevin Hart was. Cat Williams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Came.
You know, Martin Lawrence was not Martin Lawrence, but
Eddie Murphy
was before his time.
Eddie
too.
Murphy was way ahead of his time. So those are my top 5 stand up. So let's jump into the comments real quick. I'm gonna get to the top, see if we can get everybody's real quick.
You know a family of comedians, the Wayans.
The Wayans, yes.
The whole family.
The Wayans are awesome.
I don't think Haddish is that funny.
I don't think she's
All right,
funny.
Chris, stand up, Haddish. Y'all don't really care for her neither. I think she annoying sometimes.
She kind of
She got
reminds me of Kevin Hart.
Stikes, and some more kind of funny.
I think she's funny.
I think
that black lady with the big lips funny.
the ugly
I don't know her name though.
You
Hey,
need
she's
credit
so
out.
Well, she funny though.
She is hilarious. That lady is funny as hell. But she is ugly though. We just tell y'all that right now. That lady is ugly.
Y'all can't be body.
I know who y'all talking about.
Y'all can't be
Y'all
body
talking
shaming
about
people's
that.
faces,
No,
bro. That's
we
rude.
didn't body shame. We just said she ugly.
That
But
y'all
she
body
I
is-
didn't say that.
Y'all
We
body
did
shaming
not
her
say
face.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
y'all
said
body
it.
shaming her
I
face.
said it. I said it. I would pay to see it though. I don't care how much to talk about it. I'll pay to see it. All
Her
right, let's
name
go.
is Cheryl.
Cheryl.
What's her name? Dang, I
Oh no,
last
she
name.
funny.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
I
about.
like watching it's the redneck comedy tour. I like watching like dudes like Ron White. I think that dude is funny as hell, in his own way. It's offensively funny. That's what get me. But yeah, I like watching that too.
Freestyle Jr. hit us with the Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac, Chris Tucker, Chris Farley. Oh, Chris Farley going. Jim Carrey. We forgot about good old Jim Carrey.
Yeah, for real.
We forgot about Jim Carrey. Good one with Jim Carrey. Freestyle Jr. Amanda. I love Gary Owens. He's my favorite. Kevin Hart, Bruce, Mike Epps, Arnez J. Arnez is a good one
Jay
too.
when he hosted BET.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on point.
Arnez is good. Coach A hit us up with his stand-up. Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Chris Tucker, Bernie Mac, Cedric the
We
Entertainer.
forgot about said.
We forgot about Said. Said is pretty funny. We forgot
Bro, matter of
about
fact,
Said.
the whole
The Kings of Comedy.
The whole
Yeah.
Kings of Comedy. That's a classic movie. You ain't
Kings of
never
Comedy
watched
is, if you ain't never watched
Yes.
Kings of Comedy, please go watch Kings of Comedy.
because
It's an absolute
Steve Harvey with his
Cheryl
suit and tie
Underwood.
mustache
Exactly.
is funny
That's
as
her
hell too.
name.
Cheryl
Cheryl
Underwood.
Underwood.
Yes. Cheryl
Yeah,
Underwood.
Cheryl
Yes.
Underwood. That's her name.
Yes. Michelle, I'm going to see Gary Owens and Mike Epps next month. Okay. Enjoy that. You let us know how that work out. Enjoy that. Vivi said Cat Williams movies. Yeah, Cat Williams, who mentions Cat. Freestyle hit us with another stand-up. We got Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, Cat Williams. Honorable mention.
Freestyle
Chris
also hit
Rock.
Adam Sandler.
Oh, Adam Sandler. We forgot about Adam Sandler.
Well, is he really a comedian?
I don't think he's a comedian. I think he's just one of those guys in movies that's funny. And I
think my favorite movie of his, at least funny wise, was Waterboy.
Waterboy, that's his best movie.
That was funny. He was funny in that movie.
That's the best movie, in my opinion. Let's see who else we got.
Chris asked Amanda if she got somebody to go with me yet.
Chris be trying to hang out.
Chris be trying to hang out. Oh, that's what's up. I don't see nobody else.
I mean, I think, I want to nominate myself for a good Facebook comedian, even though Facebook standards don't always agree with my funniness. I think I'm pretty damn funny on Facebook.
You have shake your head moments.
Right. Okay,
Jody, you have the moments where you say something, and then when you think about it, you're like, oh, it can be funny, but it came from Jody. That's why I be looking at it. It came from, and that's not a bad thing. It came for Jody, but I gotta get the story behind what he talking about.
I get cussed out at least 2 times a day from our podcast for stuff I say. Getting cussed out right now.
Who cussing you out right now?
Something I said.
Oh, well, we're gonna
residual truth. They cuss out.
So you say you gonna talk to him after the show?
Yeah, we'll talk to him.
Oh, because I definitely about to ask you a question.
Go ahead. We actually did forget one person.
Who we forgot?
We forgot Robin Williams.
Nah, Freestyle Junior said Robin Williams.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Robin Williams was hella funny in movies and stand up.
R.I.P. to Robin Williams, man. And that's why we always do our mental health checks. I always think about him when we say mental health, when we talk about mental health checks.
Okay, you talking about one of the people who put smiles on everybody in the world.
Everybody's face, man.
But
it's
just, I guess he ain't had nobody to talk to. It's just crazy.
Right. R.I.P. to Robin Williams, man. I was watching Aladdin the other night, man. I'm just thinking about Robin Williams. That dude just put so many smiles on people's faces. And Hook. I don't know if anybody out there watched Hook.
Hook was good.
Hook, man. Just shout out to Robin Williams. Mrs. Doubtfire. I bought that movie a couple weeks ago.
Man, another classic.
Hey, Robin Williams was dropping classics like Wayne was dropping mixtapes early in 2010s. You know what I'm saying? Robin Williams dropping classic after classic.
Man, you know what I heard? So, dang, what's the dude that played in the Players? No, was it Players Club? No, it wasn't Players Club.
Another good movie, by the way. Shout out to Lisa Ray.
It was the other dude. He a comedian. He a comedian, but in the movie, he had so many different girlfriends, but he got caught up.
Bill Bellamy.
Bill Bellamy was on 94.1. He was on
94.1,
and he was saying Eminem has the most #1 records ever sold.
That got to be researched, but I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I guess he did. He did the research, and like when I was listening to it, my guess would have been, Wayne would have had #1 or whatever, or Jay-Z, but he said I'm guessing he did the research or whatever, but nobody catalog could touch Eminem's.
In rap, or we talking?
Yeah, he said if he had to do a versus, it would be Eminem versus Slim Shady.
Before we go on to comment on what Nick talking about, Jimmy sent me his shout out to Jimbo. He sent me his top.
Why he ain't throw it in the comments?
Why he ain't throw it in the comments? What are you doing?
Don't ask. I don't know. He just sent it to me. I don't.
You know what? I didn't get a buzz on the group chat. He just sent them to you.
Tell Jimmy if he's not on the show, put it in the comments.
No,
I getting text messages and putting them on.
Hey, you see that? Now new text message from Jimmy in the group chat. Boy,
Jimmy said Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Red Fox, Bernie Mac, and Mike Epps. Y'all handle that thing with Jimmy. How y'all want to handle that thing?
Well, that boy, that trip, ain't he?
That boy villain when he ain't even here.
Right. Because he could text Brandon, his top 5, but he can't put them in the comments.
No, cause he know ain't nobody else. I'm not finna read that. No, put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. I'm finna talk trash.
Yeah, he did right. Because if he would
Real
take
good.
any one of us, we would have all told him to put it in the comment. There
Oh,
you go.
look out. Now you want to put it out there.
Y'all know he laughing with a big smile right now, right? He laughing
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. Hey, next time he come back, I'm gonna put it to not your favorite podcast host right now.
Not your favorite podcast.
You know what he's saying right now? He's shaking his head, be like, "Man, this is some foolishness."
That's all he's saying right now.
Nah, he probably thinking he should. He gonna ask somebody to send him a link. So
but Nick, let's get back to that Eminem thing. That's what Bill Bellamy said.
Yeah.
I want to see who y'all want to see. I want to see M versus somebody. Somebody
It was
scared of
somebody
M.
that said they was going. Somebody, I just read it. It was somebody challenged Eminem to a versus.
It would have to be like Wayne.
Who?
Jay.
It was T.I. T.I. challenged Eminem to a versus.
Smoke.
Yeah,
I can't got
he
enough.
got too much going on. He need to sit down somewhere.
I
can't got enough.
He got enough, but it ain't gonna be good enough.
It ain't. He ain't got enough for him. It would either have to be like Wayne. It would have to be like Wayne or like.
You gotta to put a catalog up against Wayne. I mean Eminem. Get off. But nah, I mean it's hard to put somebody against M. It's hard to put somebody.
You can put Tupac against Wayne.
You can put Tupac against Eminem, but Tupac catalog ain't as long as Eminem.
Yeah, he also said
he was murdered.
Eminem had something more than Tupac and Biggie put together.
Hey, Telly, we can't help that he was murdered. Eminem can't help that he was murdered. I'm sorry.
I'm saying that's why though.
That's why. Yeah, absolutely. That's why. That's definitely why.
I just actually went back and listened to the Marshall Mathers album for the first time. And it was actually like jumping. The whole CD.
But y'all be not y'all. Y'all.
Brandon, you ever heard Renegade?
Yeah, I heard Renegade.
So I heard Renegade.
I just heard Renegade.
M tore it up, didn't he?
You would have thought it would have been Eminem's song featuring Jay-Z.
The way that he did it. But I heard Renegade for the first time maybe like a month ago. And I heard it and I'm like, maybe I need to check out M's like whole catalog and not just the hits. So I heard that Friday, and then I'm going through every single album that he got right now.
Bro, Eminem is the truth.
Renegade hard.
Eminem is the truth.
Freestyle Junior said Eminem versus Nas.
Might look okay.
I like Nas, but
I like Nas too.
Again.
But I don't think Nas could put his catalog up against.
If what Bill Bellamy said was true, that ain't gonna work out.
Eminem just has so many hits that.
But I didn't know he had that many hits.
Eminem got so many hits.
It sounds like M need to go against Michael Jackson.
No,
you talking about two different genres.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's the only person that we got that got that kind of leverage.
I'll say M can hit most, but don't touch Mike. No, don't touch Mike.
But I'm saying, as far as him having the most number ones, there's nobody. If that's true, there's nobody in the rap game that can mess with M. Then
Freestyle say Eminem and Busta. Busta can give him a run for his money.
Listen, it would have to be Eminem. It would have to be Eminem versus Wayne, right? It would have to be Eminem versus Wayne.
That's logical. That's
the only way you're gonna do it, because Wayne is the only other person with as many hits as Eminem.
You wouldn't say Jay-Z?
Jay-Z ain't got as many hits. Jay-Z got a lot, but he don't have as many as Wayne. Wayne, if you pull
Wayne got hits,
mixtapes. Matter of fact, if you pull Wayne's mixtapes alone, it's like Eminem. Like, honestly, most of us black people, especially like guys like me, Nick, Nate, Brandon, we probably listen to Wayne's mixtapes more than we listen to his actual CDs.
Would you put him against Scarface?
Who?
Eminem against Scarface.
Yeah,
Eminem against about everybody except Michael Jackson.
I'm saying Scarface though, man. Scarface guy, boy.
But Scarface is not in our generation of music.
Sorry,
Like,
I'm old.
like we know face. You know what I'm saying? We know face, but like we just know some of his hits.
Face.
Yeah.
Dre,
Man.
I don't know. Can Dre and Eminem?
Hey, Chris asks, what's y'all definition of hits?
A song that lasts more than 5 or 6
A
years.
song that you can listen to 20
Over
years
and
from now, and 20
Yeah.
years from now, that song's like we can put one on and that song be jumping.
Yeah.
A hit is when you hear that lighter go off.
Yeah.
Oh,
You hear that lighter
Every
go
single
off?
song, that lighter go off, that's a hit. And then you hear him take a pull,
and you hear that
it's
blow.
on. It's on.
It's the best feeling in the world when you hear that lighter.
That was a whole nother and don't mess around and be listening to a song and then you don't know he own it. You know, you listening to a song and all of a sudden you hear that lighter click and you be like, what?
And he got features out of his world.
We got to make that happen.
He took that break.
Eminem, Lil Wayne, if you ever run across this, we need to make this versus happen.
Listen, that'll be the first time I pay for a versus. On God. And they can be
got no money.
3-part verses. You know what, Nick? I'll pay for you.
Oh, all right.
Eminem, we need Eminem and Lil Wayne. We need that
Eminem versus Snoop.
Oh, nah, Snoop more of a gangster now. That's a different type. Snoop a gangster now. We can't put Eminem against Snoop. Snoop, if we talking about gangster music, then Snoop would kill Eminem. But we talking about straight up hits and lyrical type stuff, Snoop ain't got nothing on him.
Bro, you know what's crazy?
Hold on, we still ain't did our last topic.
Oh, we forgot all about the Super Bowl recap.
I know I had a couple of extra comedians too, you know.
Yeah, we getting.
I mean, we can keep rolling. I'm just seeing what you want to do.
I mean, we can keep rolling because Super Bowl was the Super Bowl. It was the Rams won. There was a bunch of missed calls, but at the end of it, Jalen Ramsey is not as good as we think he is.
Nah, you need to stop. I ain't gonna say he ain't that good, but that touchdown should not have happened.
Hold on. That one touchdown, yes, because that was a face mask. But all I'm saying is
Jamar Chase ate him up.
Jalen Ramsey been getting exposed all playoffs.
But you also talking about a great corner versus a great wide receiver.
Jalen Ramsey been getting exposed all.
Yeah, somebody bound to lose.
Yeah, somebody has to lose.
Hey,
Jalen Ramsey been doing a lot. He been doing a lot of losing in the playoffs.
Shout out to
playoffs. Just saying.
Shout out to Rhea. She told me all along Matthew Stafford was gonna get him one. And I denied it, and I was on her Facebook being like, "Stop talking all that nonsense."
You was right.
Nah, stop it, telling you. Now you tell me about to go into conspiracies and stuff.
Hey, y'all remember that dude, VB friend lost that $1,000?
$1,000 betting on the Bengals.
Hey, VB.
Somebody else. I remember last week. Somebody else, 2 weeks ago, or whatever. Somebody else said they coworker bet $4,000 on the Cincy.
Some dude lost $1 million.
Actually, Mattress Mac bet $4.2 million on the Bengals.
Yeah, that's what.
And he lost.
That's what it was.
What's the name?
Mattress Mac.
Oh, never heard of him.
He like a famous like bettor who always wins and stuff or something like that.
Yeah,
he in Vegas.
A furniture store.
Yeah,
in Houston. He in Houston, Texas.
Man, listen.
He got the money.
Shout out,
but he known for winning bets. So he, like you said, he got the money.
And
he just lost.
Yeah,
4.2 million.
I don't think anybody doubted the Rams. I'm gonna tell you what it was, right? And I'm gonna be straight up. The reason why a lot of people, quote unquote, doubted the Rams is because they just didn't want the Rams to win. The Rams have entered that Chicago Bulls, Alabama, Patriots realm of football where they're the
Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, because when the Bulls were winning,
don't talk about the Bulls.
You're reaching
a little bit, Jody.
I'm not reading. I'm telling you. Listen, hear me out. When teams appear overbearingly good, they get a certain amount of haters. Just like Alabama, people can't stand Alabama because they're good. People hate the Patriots because they're good. People hated the Bulls. I'm just saying, people hated the Bulls because they're good. So now
people hate the Rams because they good.
They won one Super Bowl in like 30 years.
Hold on, hear me out. I'm not saying because what they've won. I'm just saying because of all the players and talent that they've accumulated over the years.
They bought a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, right. They're starting to be that overwhelming favorite to always be in the Super Bowl. So they get
Nah, I think after this year, the Rams
year.
ain't getting back.
Right.
But they're gonna be the favorites. They're gonna be the favorites to get to the Super Bowl.
I think they'll be the favorites only because they won this year. But other than that reason,
they're not gonna be the favorites.
They're not gonna be no
salary
favorites.
cap. They got a salary cap problem. Matthew Stafford is a free agent. Odell is a free agent. Von Miller is a free agent. They're not gonna be able to sign all them people back.
Hey man, shout out to Aaron Donald, that bully. Shout out to that bully Aaron Donald.
Man, y'all seen Miles Garrett last night?
Hey, Miles Garrett was out there putting up numbers like he played in the NBA last night.
That Joker, huge.
That Joker big.
He big. Miles
not
Garrett.
real. I gotta pause you real. Don't be talking that nonsense.
Yeah, they ain't doing no.
Yeah, that's foolishness. You speaking
nonsense. Nah. You got your one. You got your one.
Since we having a recap, right? Since we having a recap on this football season, I'm gonna hold the Mr. B, the CEO.
We didn't say football season.
I'm finna hold them accountable since we on the subject right now.
Hold me accountable. I'm ready. I've been waiting for it.
Remember when you said Josh Allen was a fluke because of Stephon Diggs, and he turned around and did better this year than he did last year. And the only reason why the Bills might not have made it to the Super Bowl is because they secondary trash. So you owe that boy, Josh Allen. You owe that boy an apology because that boy Josh Allen did his thing this season.
Listen, Jody. You're absolutely right. I said that Joker was trash. I had to eat those words. Josh Allen, if you ever run across Family Talk, please like and subscribe and share. And I apologize for doubting you, my brother. Because I honestly feel like the Bills should have been
the real trash QB.
Well, before you do that, Josh Allen, by per request from Jody, Josh Allen, I apologize because you made me eat every single one of those words at the beginning of the season. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've been telling people for the past 4 years, Patrick Mahomes ain't what you think he is. I'm telling you. Oh, they had him as the GOAT.
We talking about Pat Mahomes like that.
Who shut that man down like that?
I did. We talking about my boy Pat Mahomes like that, Telly.
Hey, dog.
Oh my God.
There's only one GOAT, and he coming back this year. He playing with y'all. He been rumbling. He been rumbling. He been
Giselle
out of his mouth.
Gazelle said she want her man home. Just stop it.
It's time.
That's why you don't get married.
It's time to spend time with the kiddos.
He said
Tommy,
never say never.
TB12. Yo, anybody, because Jordan said never say never too. Jordan can still come in. Jordan can still come in the league today and put up 15 points a game.
He came back though.
I think
Tom is like,
but football is a lot.
I can spend 2-3 months with you. Just let me get back to work.
Listen, everybody know how I feel about the GOAT. Everybody know how I feel about it. Leave it alone.
No, he fell victim to the Madden curse. He got put on Madden with Mahomes, and they both got put out.
Ain't nothing to do with the Madden curse.
Think about it.
But tell me what that they got put out because
by piss poor defensive coordinators.
No, they got
should be shot for letting people cut word free like that.
They got.
Hey, Telly be having personal issues with this stuff going down. He be having personal issues with these players.
We do not condone no violence on Family Talk.
That's a joke. Hold on, that's a joke. I need FBI, CIA kicking my door.
Hey, yeah, you don't need no black SUVs rolling past your house.
Exactly. Hey man,
we on the floor.
We're gonna wrap it up. We can go all day about this. But hey, Chef Jimbo, listen, Chef Jimbo coming back with the box meals next week, February 26th. The box meals. That's March 4th. This is February 26th. He coming back with the fan favorite shrimp and grits with the etouffee. Say it for me. Etouffee and the caramel cake. So y'all hit up Chef Jimbo. Y'all see what that dollar price is on the.
You ain't gonna throw the picture up there. You ain't downloaded.
What picture?
He threw a picture of his plate. He ain't downloaded.
I ain't downloaded it. It's still on my phone.
Yeah.
It's still on my phone. But it will be on Family Talk on Facebook page this week. I got to get on my assistant. She ain't been on her job, so y'all best believe it's gonna be on that.
You
Facebook.
already got one order.
Yeah.
Put me down for 2.
That's
See,
3.
hey, and listen, everybody that's watching now, y'all better don't be playing with Jimbo. When these box meals get caught up, he out. So y'all put y'all orders in February 26th. Box meals, y'all will be seeing it spread all on Facebook, so we can keep reminding you guys. I will put up the look of the plate and all that type stuff so y'all can see it. Jimbo, we're gonna get your pockets fat, my boy. Anything else, fellas, that we need to hit on a spot on before
Yeah, if y'all ain't drop the emoji, go ahead and do so.
Drop that emoji, drop that heart emoji. No, just drop the heart emoji. You can drop any other emoji. Drop 2 emojis. Drop one that's a heart and one that's just a random one. Just drop 2 emojis. Let's get that algorithm started. We want to be on everybody's Facebook page. Let's get the algorithm started.
And go ahead and share it once in a while. Not every week, just once in a while.
Not every week. Chris said, "Oh, after payday, okay, yeah." Chris, man, put your order in right now. You ain't got to give him the money right now. Just put your order in.
I mean, it'd be nice for him to get it.
It'd be nice for him to get it.
But you ain't got to give him the money till you pick it up.
Yeah, you ain't got to give him money till you pick it up. But if we ain't got nothing else, man, that's Family Talk. We want to say thank you to everybody.
Share some news with y'all.
Okay, Coach. Let's do it, Coach.
It's looking like I'm gonna be coaching football also.
Okay.
My boy.
My man. What, you a D-line coach?
You D-line?
Oh, O-line. I
O-line?
love the O-line. I can coach
I'm a good real
offenses or defenses.
That's what's
but,
up.
Yeah, they need an O-line coach, and it looks like I'm gonna be that O-line coach.
Congratulations,
so I'll be wrestling
man.
Coach and line coach of football. So
state championships coming soon.
This come with pay raise.
Pay raise, man. You don't know about coaching. You get one lump sum. That's it.
Get one lump sum. Hey, you gotta make it stretch. You gotta make it stretch.
Make it stretch, baby. You don't get paid till after the season over with. Like,
right.
So there you go.
Right. Well, if you get any 5-star recruits, you know what I'm saying, you send them on down to Coral Gables. I get you some tickets. I got you. I'm trying to help us out.
Oh,
down there, Coral Gables,
baby. Do you? I been
trying, don't send them to Gainesville. Don't send them to Gainesville. Send them down to Coral Gables.
This is Family Talk. We'll see y'all next time.
Right. We'll continue this.